Hey, good morning, Facebook Live. Mike Phillips here. I had an interesting conversation or interaction with a guy on YouTube yesterday. So as I'm headed into work this morning, I was thinking about car business stuff. And my interaction, the interesting thing is this is someone, in my opinion, who would be kind of an opponent of the car business, if you will. And so as I was having this exchange on YouTube, this person put out a video and talking about all the things to avoid in the car dealership, right? And so respectfully, I shared my view as well, because there are things, obviously there's things to avoid in the car business. There's things to avoid in any business. And my conversation was one that it's like, well, what about, especially I probably will have car business peeps tuning into this, and what about the other side of the coin? What about the people that are in the car business and the people that are really doing it for the right reasons? We're just trying to earn a living and certainly not take advantage of anyone along the way. There's profit involved in the car business. So the thing is, like, when you go to and this may be extreme, but when you go to the grocery store, does it show the markup in the box of cereal? Does it show what their profit is? In any business there's a profit margin. It's the same in the car business. And so as I was having this interaction, I thought to myself, well, I'm just gonna hop on and talk about it. My wife suggested, she says, man, what you should do is you should do a whole series from the other side of how to buy a car. And I thought that could be interesting. That's going to take some proper planning, not just flipping on a Facebook Live and going this morning. So hey, good morning, guys. For those of you that are watching, Brett, Jesus, Sean Hayes, good to see you, man. So anyway, this interaction, the individual, like I said, I would call him an opponent of the car business. They're saying all the ways to quote unquote buy a car and the things to avoid in the finance office. They say, oh, well, the finance office is the best closer and so forth. Finance office is also the person that is engaged. The actual business office person is, yeah, they may be a good closer, but they're also the gateway to the lender. They're the person that is representing the auto buyer to the bank, and they're an advocate for the auto buyer to the bank, at least in my store. And I will tell you, in the circles that I hang in, the circles that I've come to know in the car business, a lot of the people, the guys that I'm seeing tuning in here, they're good people. It's people just trying to make a good and honest living, selling cars and providing a service to somebody, and making people happy. Cars make people happy. New automobiles make people happy. Don't always assume, if you're someone that's not in the car business watching this, don't always assume that the guy on the other side of the table or at the dealership or showing you the car is there simply to take advantage of you, because that's not always the case. Certainly, like I said, in any business there are people that can and may choose to do that, but in general, I think most people are good, more so than they are bad or evil or negative. That's just how it is. Most people in any business are genuinely good people if you take the time to get to know them. So give the car salespeople and the F&I manager and the salespeople, if you're a consumer, a customer tuning in this morning to my Facebook Live or tuning in on my page after the fact, give the people that are there at the dealership an opportunity to help you. Be straightforward with them if you're expecting them to be straightforward back, and it'll happen. That's one of the things that it's like a chess game. The consumers, they hold their chess pieces on one side, and they're trying to think 2 and 3 moves ahead, and then therefore the car salesperson, the automotive salesperson, even professionals are holding their chess pieces and they're trying to think 2 or 3 moves ahead, and everybody's trying to outthink somebody 2 or 3 steps ahead of one another. And the reality is, if you both just came to the table and made it a game of checkers instead of chess, it makes it a hell of a lot easier for everybody. You know, it's like, hey, okay, I'm red, I'm black. Well, ultimately, at the end of the day, both people are showing up to the game or showing up to the dealership. It's not a game, you know, it is a professional service, but both people are showing up with the same goal in mind. It's like, hey, we both want to show up, we both want to have a lot of fun, we both want to participate, and at the end of the day, both of us want to win. You know, the salesperson, the red pieces want to win and the black pieces want to win, and you keep it real simple. Both people can have a lot of fun along the way. That may seem a little bit silly, and it may connect with some of you, but my point being is, not everybody, regardless of what you read on the internet, regardless of what you see on YouTube, and there's probably other Facebook Live guys going on and saying, oh, well, here's the right way to buy a car. Regardless of that side of the coin, there's another side of the coin too, and there's good people in the car business. So I would encourage you this: if there's someone out there, if you have questions, you want to learn more about the auto business, you have questions on financing, on cars, on any of that stuff, pick up the phone and call me. My contact information's in my Facebook. I'm not afraid to answer those questions. You may not, and here's the thing, you may not like the answer that you get, but it'll be a straightforward answer. You know, it'll be, some of it may be opinionated because I'm an opinionated guy, and some of it'll be, look, just here's the facts. So that's my thoughts as I drive to work this morning, my 5 or 8 minutes on the car business. For anybody that took a few minutes, and obviously it's way deeper than that. I could go for hours, especially if you know me in person. We could go on for hours, maybe days. We could have a whole series on it. Sean said earlier, he says, oh, couldn't agree. Let's do a whole series on it, like a 30-day car business series from the car salesperson side of it, right? So anyway, for anyone who took the time to tune in this morning, thank you so much. As always, you can comment down below. You can subscribe to my live feeds. You can subscribe to, I've got my YouTube channel, which is really about that positivity and leadership and business management and all those things from my point of view. So thanks for taking a few minutes. Hope you have an absolutely fantastic Tuesday. Rock it out today, man. We'll talk to you soon.